Spider-Man 2 is a gorgeous looking game, even on the standard PlayStation 5. Now we have a PS5 Pro, and Sony gave all the big first-party games a PS5 Pro enhanced treatment. Even the in-game settings now use the word Pro. For Spider-Man 2, fidelity is now called Fidelity Pro, while performance mode is called Performance Pro. So what really are the advantages of spending an extra $250? This game already looks really good on the standard console and also runs really well, so it's gonna be hard to beat. Let's first start with the loading time. Sony isn't advertising faster loading times, but when I tested both my original launch edition console versus the Pro actually came out on top, but only by 1 second. That's not much, but hey, it's something. This game has two modes, fidelity and performance. Fidelity targets 30 FPS, has all the neat features like ray tracing, resolution that's really close to 4K. Things look sharp as best as they can. This mode also has more pedestrians, more traffic. The world just seems a lot more lively when compared to performance mode. Both of the consoles, the standard as well as the Pro, handle the frame rate really well, solid locked 30 FPS. Performance mode FPS test is similar as well. It's also a solid lock, of course. Now it's 60 FPS, and both the standard console and the Pro hold it really well. I mean, how do you improve on perfection? You can't. So if you're looking for a difference in the FPS, the base fidelity and performance mode aren't it. This game does though have that 120Hz uncapped mode where things do get a bit interesting, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. First, I want to look at the visuals, the resolution, the graphics. Fidelity mode's up first. If you're looking at these side by side, you're not really gonna notice a difference here. In fact, in some cases, the standard PS5 console looks slightly sharper. Both consoles also feature ray tracing, and that's where the difference might be here. PS5 Pro seems to have slightly better shadows, reflections, but the difference isn't much. It's hard to even tell from these side by side comparisons. Let's now look at the performance mode, and this is where you see a more obvious improvement. The resolution seems slightly better, but only slightly, perhaps around 150p extra on the Pro. And I'm really zooming in here to show you for that reason. You see, when we capture footage, some of that detail gets lost in coding, and then we upload it to YouTube, and that image quality just nosedives, even for 4K videos. So when you're playing this game actually in real on a 4K TV, the difference seems to be more obvious. But here I have to zoom in 4 times to get my point across. On the Pro, you can see the individual fibers on Miles' suit. What's also pretty obvious and an improvement on the Pro are the quality of the shadows, the lighting, the textures. Reflections are higher quality. You can see the edges are smoothed out on the PlayStation 5 Pro. When you're moving around and actually playing, I did observe a higher resolution on the PS5 Pro as well. Things do seem sharper. Is all of this something groundbreaking? No, not really. Most people aren't gonna care for that small amount of improvement you see. The game looks almost as good on the standard console. And part of this has to do with how well PlayStation first-party studios optimize their games. Some games like God of War Ragnarok still look and run amazing on the PlayStation 4 Pro. Okay, time for more numbers. Things are boring when everything's locked to 30 or 60. We need to see some differences to make things interesting. This is where that 120Hz VRR mode comes in. Here I have performance mode with VRR uncapped and 120Hz turned on. This is really the settings where you're gonna see the highest frame rates. For this, of course, you do need a capable display like a LG C4 I'm using here. And no, this video is not sponsored by LG, but maybe they should. When I'm just sitting still and not moving around, the standard console actually has higher FPS. PS5 Pro, as we saw earlier, looks better, has better reflections, so getting that actually knocks down the frame rate a little bit. What's really odd is when I actually start moving around, things sort of even out. There's even times where the PS5 Pro seems to have higher numbers, but it's clear. Time after time, the standard console has better numbers when I'm just sitting still without doing anything, but I mean, who plays a game like that? So if you have a PS5 Pro, don't sit still, move around, and actually play the game. These same settings, 120Hz on, VRR uncapped, can also be done in fidelity mode. This gets you about 40 FPS instead of the 30. Now, there's no way to get the exact value here. here my TV's showing 119, but all that means is that it's below 48 FPS. For VRR to accurately show a reading, the FPS does need to be 48 or above. I'm sure both the Pro and the standard console are running exactly the same 40. And that's my comparison of Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation 5 versus PlayStation 5 Pro. I do have more footage to show you, so check that out and maybe let me know if you noticed something that I missed.
I just wanted to check in, see how you're doing. ¿Todo bien?
Fine. Everything's good. Okay. It's just a lot right now. So much to take care of in the city. Super stressed about my college essay. Pete's busy doing other stuff. And Lee. Okay, Ma, where am I headed?
Harlem Cultural Center, 116th and Convent. That was my friend Angela on the phone. She's the curator, and she's trying to give a prospective donor a private tour. But the security system locked her out.
Whoops!
Now, you know I'm passionate about preserving the musical heritage of this community. But how can I donate to a museum where the security system isn't even functional?
Darren, I hear your concerns, but I assure you this museum will be...
Spider-Man.
Oh, thank God. The system's locked us out and it's not responding to any input at all.
Martin Lee. Someone got him out.
I know what you're thinking, Miles. This is not on you. We can't let him live up here. It's just another kind of prison.
It's not that easy.
Never said it was. But sometimes you gotta push the past away so you can make room for the future.
Wagon!
Protect yourself!
Spider-Man! Who the hell are these guys? What are you, vultures, kid? Distracted by the spiders. Our worry lies within. Keep fighting. They're definitely going after Scorpion. Can't let them get inside this ship.